Alysa Liu just proved all the strict sport coaches wrong. 2 days after she won gold in her gold dress, she stepped onto the ice in a dark blue bedazzled dress and a matching choker for the gala. The music started. It was not classical or elegant. It was by PinkPantheress and Zara Larsson. The song Stateside, and the entire arena lost their minds. This was not just a gala performance. This was a statement. Alysa chose this music herself, not her coaches, not choreographers. Traditional Olympic galas tend to be classical music, graceful movements, and safe choices. Skaters perform what their teams tell them to perform and what sponsors approve, but Alysa said no. She picked a song that went viral on TikTok. She choreographed moves described as flirty and fun. She turned the Olympic Gala into a Gen Z concert. She was the final performer of the gala, and she used that spotlight to make her statement loud and clear. She skated her way, doing what she likes, not what coaches like. But here's what made it even more powerful. Before the gala, NBC showed footage of PinkPantheress sending Alysa a video message. Her exact words were, "Alysa, lots of love. Thank you so much for supporting me. I hope that you have like a really good show. You are so inspiring, and when I was younger, I was obsessed with figure skaters, so you are literally living my dream. Thank you so much for the love." Alysa had called PinkPantheress her favorite artist, and PinkPantheress responded. After the performance, PinkPantheress posted on Instagram, "Incredible work, my good sis." Zara Larsson also posted a video of herself watching with friends. The performance went viral, millions of views across social media. This was not just figure skating anymore. This was the first time a skater turned the Olympic ice into a moment that belonged to her generation, and that is what makes this revolutionary. Alysa has said this repeatedly: "No one tells me what to do." 4 words that explain everything about her comeback. 2 days before this gala, she won Olympic gold, the first American woman in 24 years. Sarah Hughes was the last one to win a gold medal for America in 2002, but the gala is where Alysa really showed what is different about how she skates now. Complete creative control. She picks the music, she designs the costumes, she creates the choreography, everything. Her coaches do not dictate, they collaborate. That is the difference. That is the revolution. This gala moment wasn't random. It was the exclamation point on everything Alysa has been proving since she came back to skating, because what she actually did was drop the hammer on traditional coaching. The gala was just the most visible proof. To understand why this matters so much, we need to talk about her Olympic gold 2 days earlier and how she won it on terms no traditional coach would ever allow. February 19th, Olympic women's free skate, Alysa Liu stepped onto the ice wearing a shimmering gold dress. Her hair was dyed in gold and brown bands. A lip piercing, not the look of a traditional figure skater, the look of someone who decided what she wanted to be. The music started. Donna Summer, MacArthur Park Suite, disco, not classical. She landed 7 triple jumps. She flowed through 4 minutes of pure joy. Her score was 226.79, career best, gold medal, first American woman to win Olympic gold in figure skating since Sarah Hughes in 2002. 24 years. The drought was over. But here's what made it different. Before her free skate, in the 6-minute warm-up, Alysa was taking pictures of her coaches, waving at the crowd, smiling at her family in the stands. She performed her double axel while looking right at them. Other athletes in that moment were serious, focused, tense, dealing with the pressure of the biggest moment of their lives. Alysa playing, having fun. After she finished, she yelled into the camera, "That's what I'm effing talking about." Then she flicked her ponytail at the final pose. Her coach, Philip DeGuglielmo, said this before the competition: "We know she wasn't here to win a medal. She was here to skate and to enjoy it. She won anyway, because joy beats pressure every single time." This is what own terms actually looks like. She controls her training schedule. CNN reported she trains when she wants, and she readily admits she has overslept every now and again. Not 8-hour mandatory days, just when she feels like it. She eats whatever she wants. In a CBS 60 Minutes interview, she said no one's gonna starve me or tell me what I can and can't eat. No diet restrictions, no calorie counting, no coaches monitoring meals. Complete food freedom. Her coaches work with her, not over her. Philip DeGuglielmo said that for many years she was dropped off at the rink and told what to do. Now she comes in and it is all collaborative. Partnership. That's the revolution. But this needs context, because this is the same person who retired at 16. This is the same person whose father, Arthur Liu, fired these exact coaches twice. The Mercury News reported he fired them 3 months before the Beijing Olympics. When Alysa came back to skating in 2024, she chose them. She set the terms. She made it clear, this is collaborative now, or I'm not doing it. And they agreed, because they had seen what happened when it wasn't collaborative. They had seen her walk away from the sport completely. Alysa has talked about what her childhood was like. Her exact words were, I don't know if other people kind of feel the same when they look back at certain parts of their life, but for me, it's definitely a blur, because it kind of meshes together. You know, going to the rink, going home, competing. There were many times when I didn't enjoy it. A blur. Skating every day at 13, at 14. She called it a very abnormal childhood. When COVID hit and the rinks closed, she said, I was like, wow, this is what a break feels like. And then I was like, I really like not skating. She liked not skating. That's when you know traditional coaching broke something. At 16, she retired. Not because she was burned out on skating, but because she was burned out on being controlled, on being told what to eat, what to wear, when to train, how to train. Everything dictated, no choice. When she came back 2.5 years later, she made one thing clear. This time, she's in charge. Here is what Alysa Liu actually proved. Traditional coaching says you need strict control, 8-hour training days, no life outside the sport. That is the only way to win Olympic gold. Alysa said, no, I'll train when I feel like it. I'll oversleep sometimes. I'll eat what I want. I'll pick my own music, and I'll still win. And she did. Other champions noticed. Ali Raisman, 3-time Olympic gymnastics champion, said there is so much magic when you listen to an athlete about what feels right for them, and you empower them to continue to make those decisions. She added she is so grateful for her coaches, for US figure skating, and for everyone around her, for giving Alysa the gift of supporting her to be herself. Think about what young skaters saw. Someone win Olympic gold without sacrificing themselves, without skating until childhood becomes a blur. They saw someone be completely herself and win. Platinum blonde streaks, lip piercing, disco music, pop remixes, and she won. Compare that to 4 years ago. Russian skaters disintegrating under Eteri Tutberidze. Kamila Valieva was 15, caught in a doping scandal. Young athletes were breaking down. Alysa became the antidote. Warm embraces and competitors celebrating each other. Joy instead of fear. This is not just about Alysa. This is about changing how we coach young athletes. Joy over pressure. Autonomy over control. Collaboration over dictation. Traditional coaching breaks athletes. Alysa almost became one of those statistics. She retired at 16, then she came back at 20 on her terms, and she won. Control does not create champions. Freedom does. After winning gold, she shouted into the camera, "That's what I'm effing talking about." She flicked her ponytail. Not a graceful ice princess, but a champion on her own terms. 2 days later at the Gala, she skated to PinkPantheress, Gen Z pop, and it became a viral moment. This is the new model. She had retired at 16 because traditional coaching had destroyed her love for skating. She came back at 20 because she took control back of her music, costumes, training schedule, and diet. She won Olympic gold her way, and then she performed the Gala her way. That is the hammer she dropped. Coaches insisting athletes need strict control just watch their philosophy crumble. Every young skater learned they can be themselves and win gold. Do you think traditional coaching needs to change? Should more athletes take control like Alysa did? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and subscribe, because we are covering the World Championships in Prague in March, where Alysa defends her title. She proved joy beats pressure at the Olympics. Now, she is proving it was not a fluke, and figure skating will never be the same.